We got one of my favorite corners, somebody who I thought had himself a good week, not amazing, but a good week at the Senior Bowl. But because he plays for Rutgers, he's gone
Mhm.
underrated. And that's Max Melton. If you've heard that name before, your ears aren't fooling you. This is Bo Melton, current Green Bay receiver, also former Rutgers grad's brother playing corner. And he, I think, is all kinds of fun because we talk about those string beans with punch. Max Melton has no fear. No fear. Fearlessness, I think, defines him. He's willing to mix it up with anybody of any size. I thought his game against Ohio State was quite solid, all things considered. I mean, this is a team that'll rip up any corner, especially with
Right.
what Maserati Marv out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Melton, I think, brings you power in the run game. He's one of the better running or run playing corners, I think, in the class, if memory serves. And also, I think he gives you legitimate juice in pass coverage that some of these other corners can't quite provide. There are some fun corners that we just don't get the chance to talk about in a show this short, like Mike Sainristil out of
Right.
Michigan, smaller guys that are probably going to get relegated onto the inside. Max isn't one of those. This is a guy that you're probably going to be able to get. I mean, craziest case scenario, he's going in the third, but no way, right? Probably the fourth, just based off of what we're seeing from all these other height, weight, speed guys. Like another one we haven't talked about, the Oregon corner, Kyrie Jackson,
Yeah.
where it's like those height, weight, speed plus premier
Right.
program plus
Right,
legitimate
right,
CB1 experience. That's going to draw a lot of eyes that in a tie break, I don't want to say because they would never admit it out loud. These
right.
scouts would never admit it out loud, right? That
Exactly, yeah,
the tiebreak between Rutgers and Oregon would be the school, but
yeah.
who knows? I
And
really like what I've seen from Max.
when you get to that level of, 4th, 5th round, Matt Eberflus is gonna look for guys that can stop the run, especially at cornerback, because that he puts such a like, it's such a paramount philosophy of his defense. Last year's entire free agency, and you could argue the draft class, was revolved around, "We're gonna stop the run," and I think some of these, reluctancy you see in some of these cornerbacks to not stop the run is going to take them almost completely off the Bears board. So you get someone like Max Melton that has no fear at stopping the run and no fear against manning up. So I think that goes a long way with guys like Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles, because it's a lot easier to pull that back than to coach that into someone.
Right.
I feel like getting someone to maybe pull back a little bit than trying to amp them up. It's probably a coach's worst nightmare, trying to have to juice someone up. So you want a guy that you can maybe just take it back a little bit. So I think he fits that profile really well.
Man, that is such a beautiful way to surmise Tyreek Stevenson and the decision to draft him
Yes.
in a tiny nutshell. You would way rather pull somebody back than push somebody forward.